Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rival. Welcome back to another episode of the South Carolina Gamecocks Dynasty here on EA Sports College Football 25 as we get ready to begin SEC play today. As the South Carolina Gamecocks still at home will play host to the number 9 ranked Texas Longhorns. The second ever meeting between these two teams. Gamecocks, they were 2-1 in their early stretch while the Texas Longhorns were 3-1 coming into conference play. These teams only met once before, back in 1957, and it was the Gamecocks who won that day, 27-21. Can history strike twice? We'll see here tonight. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content as we get ready to begin SEC play. Gamecock offense will take the field first. A lot of question marks have been concerns about this offense. Can they produce? They've struggled so far in the other portion of this season. Well, they'll start today with a 5-yard completion. Dante Reno, now at quarterback, 232 yards, a touchdown last week in the win over Towson. Wasn't overly impressive, though, so still waiting for that big-time Reno moment. They try a touch pass that goes nowhere, and it's a quick 3rd and 5, and Reno's going to be sacked. So a 3-and-out for the Gamecocks on their first drive. Sacked down by Ben Bushman. We'll take a look at the Texas Longhorn offense, led by Arch Manning. Finally get a chance to start at quarterback, the former 5-star from New Orleans, Louisiana. At the helm of the Longhorns, waited behind Ewers and Jalen Milroe, and he has been good so far this season. Starts today with 5, and then a quick strike up the middle. Ryan Wingo, the impact receiver, with a big-time catch, and just like that, Texas into Gamecock territory early. 1st and 10, here's a 9.5-yard run. L.J. Martin, who had 102 last week for the Longhorns, gets him close to the sticks. Now 2nd and inches, they hand it off again to him, and he's going to pick up the first down. So a red zone trip here for Texas. And as a quick pass right side, this one's caught by Martin, who was out wide. He picks up 9. He also had 2 catches for 22 last week. 2nd and 1, Arch Manning faces a pressure, steps to his right and fires for the end zone. Touchdown Longhorns. Ryan Wingo, the true junior, with the catch, and Texas looked mighty good on that possession there. So the Gamecocks now behind. How do they respond? Starting this drive at their own 39-yard line. Making some changes at the line is Reno, but they get some movement. Left guard and right tackle move. It's a false start. So quickly it's 1st and 15. You go to the ground. Braylon McReynolds gets the carry. He's had a pretty solid start to the campaign, but he only picks up 1. Now 3rd and 6. Reno quickly sacked almost immediately. Biquette gets matched up against Simmons, and that's not a good start. The 6.5 sack of the season for him. And quickly, Texas gets the football back. On 1st down, handoff Martin. He picks up 2. Now 2nd and 8. It's a RPO out right side. A Wingo, but this one's tracked down nicely by the Gamecocks defense. Caden Curry, the Ohio State transfer, gets out wide. Now 3rd and 9 as the play clock winds down. Manning takes the snap, looks across the middle, and he's got his man. 1st down for Texas. Good poise in the pocket, and again, they go into enemy territory. From 39, has all day to throw. Manning takes a deep shot, and he gets intercepted. Picked off by Emory Floyd, the first takeaway of the season for South Carolina. And Floyd's going to return this one across midfield down to the 48. Floyd and Ruben flipped sides of the field last week, and, well, Emory's going to get a nice one here, an INT. Can the Longhorns defense, well, contain the Gamecock offense? They'll start, though, with a nice pass breakup on Nick Harbor. That was Kobe Black on the breakup. 2nd and 10, back to Harbor. This time a gain of 6 on the soft cushion. Makes it a much more manageable 3rd and 4. Bringing Manor in motion. Reno drops back to throw, and he's swamped from behind. Simmons, the former 5-star from Dallas, Texas, crushing the right side of that line. We'll go to the end of the first quarter. Texas up 7-0. The Gamecocks able to get nothing on the interception. Only 20 yards of offense. Another slow start for the O. Texas begin this quarter with a football, 1st and 10 from them, 25, and it's going backwards. Nice job by Desmond Umeozulu with the TFL. 2nd 11, split backs. Manning off the play fake, moves to his left, dumps it off. This one's caught by Ben Choice, the redshirt freshman, 4-star from Grand Prairie, Texas, has the 1st down reception. So out to the 35, now just Martin in the backfield, right side, picks up 6 on his first carry of the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 4, it's going to be a free 1st down. Movement on the defense gets Max Merrill to jump, so that will be Nate Lamb, the true sophomore, with the penalty. So a free 1st down for Texas. They bring a man in motion, Wingo across. It's a dump off to him, and he's going to be driven out of bounds after a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 now in the pistol. Handoff Martin, left side, and he's got a first down. Great blocking out wide. I think that was DeAndre Moore freeing him up for a first down. Moore now comes across the formation on 1st and 10, and he's going to be swallowed up, but gets away. A great chance there to pick the ball off, but unable to bring it in is Willis. 1st and 10 now from the 28. Manning short off the play fake. That's a pickup of 5. Arch Manning at the century mark. 2nd and 5. Quick pass right side. This one's caught and takes a big hit from Rubin. But strong hands moves the chains. Now in the red zone goes Texas again on 1st and 10. They lose a yard. Now a 3rd and 4. Wingo across the formation. They screen it out wide to him, and he's going to have a first down. A lot of movement on this Texas offense. There's now a 1st and goal, full house to Martin, and he's going to find the end zone touchdown. Longhorns. Texas out in front, 14-0. As we'll head down to the 2-minute warning of the first half. Good drive here from South Carolina. They got 2nd and 6 from the 9. Reno to drop back, fires short, has Elijah Caldwell, who will find his way in the end zone. Gamecocks will go into the half with some points as the touchdown South Carolina. And that'll actually take us to the halftime mark. Been a pretty fast game here at Columbia. Texas leads 14-7 in a packed Williams-Brice Stadium. You can see the offensive numbers there. We need more from South Carolina if they want to hang on and upset Texas. The defense has played solid. It's got to be up to the offense. We'll see the Texas offense, though, on the field first to begin the second half at their own 20. It's a bootleg for Manning. First play, and a nice throw to a 9-yard connection. Manning 17 for 19, 134, a touchdown interception in the first half. That's on 2nd and 1. He gets a nice first down there. LJ Martin 12 for 46 and a score of his own right in that first half. Now on 1st and 10, it's a bubble screen for Wingo. He picks up 6. 2nd and 4, they motion out the tight end handoff, freeing up Martin for some space, who runs over defender. Willis gets put in the dirt, and Martin gets a first down. 1st and 10, they play fake it to him, and it's read up nicely. South Carolina starting to hone in a little bit on this motion. You can see, again, Wingo across the formation, and Cam Robinson's all the way playing Wingo. Defense not being fooled on this misdirection anymore. As it's now 3rd and 14. Manning back to throw, and he's going to be sacked from behind. Bryce Reeves gets his first of the season, and that'll end Texas' first drive of the third quarter. We'll see how the Gamecocks do on theirs. 1st and 10 from the 12 is where they'll start, and they try a quick hitter to Harbor, who hangs on and breaks away for a gain of 11. Harbor 5 for 39. They're trying to give him the football, and, well, the senior has 5 catches today. Making a change to the line of scrimmage here. 1st and 10. Reno on the bootleg to his left. Lobs it. Nice throw to Elijah Caldwell. Beautiful touch pass by Dante Reno. One of his best throws of the day. He's got 12 for 15 for 99 yards. 1st and 10 now from the 38. Handoff McReynolds up the middle. Nice spring there. Picks up 9.5 inches shy. Only 7 carries for McReynolds today, but he's got 57 yards on those carries. 2nd inches, here's a lot more as he gets sprung free, crosses midfield. It's a gain of 10. 1st and 10, he'll sub out for Sam Ika, and the sophomore from Memphis, Tennessee will get stuffed. So back to the air they go, 2nd and 10. Reno wants to lob it for Harbor, who gets knocked away. Good defense by Black again. Quickly 3rd and 10. Reno dashes out to his right, and he's going to tuck this one and run, and he's going to come up 6 yards shy, which will set South Carolina up for a 53-yard field goal attempt. There is a swirling wind here as the kick is up from Love and his way left. This one no good by a mile. South Carolina still down 14-7. So Texas will retake over at about midfield here. There's a screen for Martin, who picks up 3. 2nd and 7. Martin out to the left, and they try a bubble screen out wide, but again, South Carolina ready for it. Quick hitter's not working. That's Emory Floyd who collapses down. He's had a good game. And quickly, it's 3rd and 6. Play clock almost expires as they get this one wide to Wingo, and this time it works. But there might have been a reason. They're going to get a holding call on center Randy Buffet, the redshirt freshman, 4-star from St. Louis, Missouri, is the culprit. And now it's 3rd and 16. Manning quickly, and a man in his face. He doesn't make the play. What the heck was that? A first down for Texas? I don't do this very often, but what is this? Curry bulldozes the center and then just stands there. Dude, get the sack. Come on, EA. That's not a good look. So instead of a sack, it's a first down for the Longhorns, who now will run it 7 up the middle with Martin. 2nd and 3, 2 backs in. Here's a play fake. Manning across the middle, dumps it off short. Tight end Jordan Washington, who had 3 for 25 last week, finally gets his first one today. So a red zone trip here for Texas. Handoff late. This one to Martin again, who picks up 3. He has 16 for 78 yards and a score today. 2nd and 7. This time choice up the middle. Bounces it out wide. He picks up 6, and it's a 3rd and short for the Texas offense. Manning changes some protection. Fires. He's got his man. Touchdown Martin. This time a receiving touchdown. Manning saw the pressure. Audible just like a Manning does. And Texas will take a 21-7 lead into the final frame. As remember, that drive should have been dead in the water, but thanks to some EA cheese, the Gamecocks are down 14 going into the final frame of action. Still got to see more of this offense, though. That doesn't leave an excuse for them as they start this quarter 3rd and inches, and McReynolds barely will get the first down. You need points on this drive. McReynolds now up the middle. He picks up 5. He's had a pretty good chunk when he's touched the football today. 2nd and 5. Reno wants a deep ball for Harbor. This one greatly underthrown, and, well, it's incomplete because of that. Now you got 3rd and 5. Reno motions out the back, and he's going to tuck it and run. Dante Reno showing off his legs. Not quite the same levels we've seen out of Sellers in recent years, but a first down nonetheless. 1st and 10. A great diving deflection makes that one incomplete. Now 2nd and 10. Reno wants short. He wants McReynolds, but it's incomplete. And quickly now you got a 3rd and 10. They're behind the chains. Can they extend them? Reno wants across the middle. He's got A.O. Maynor for a first down. That's a big-time throw. Pressure bearing down. You make it. So now you're out to the 24. 1st and 10. McReynolds finds some space. He's got 12 for 81 today. 2nd and 5. Reno back to the air. Looks right side, and he gets intercepted. Picked off by Malik Muhammad, who has his 6th INT of the season. He had 3 in the opener in Week 0 against Ohio State and has not looked back. And Reno just did not get enough pressure and enough air on that one. Is his arm in question? 1st and 10, here's a handoff, so you're still down by 14 as Texas, inside 10 minutes to play now, looking to just hold their lead. Is on 2nd and 7. Actually, Manning wants the deep shot. Great defense from Emory Floyd. 3rd and 7, now going empty. Manning in the pocket wants another deep shot across the middle. This one's tipped, and it's intercepted, picked off by Judge Collier. Great double coverage downfield. The 2nd INT of the day for Manning, and Collier returns it back to the Texas 40. So great defense. Manning unable to find his footing here in the second half, but the offense has to finish the job. 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw. That's going backwards, a loss of 2. So now you got a 3rd and 11. You got to put the ball in the end zone here. Reno tucks it and runs it himself. He has a first down, his best run of the day. That finally gets him out of negative yardage and also keeps the chains moving. From the 29 now, Reno, quick pass left side, completely underthrown. Where's the throw power on some of these? Kobe Black now gets his 3rd deflection. Now it's 2nd and 10. Reno to drop back again. He gets hit almost immediately. Pressure from that left side. 3rd and 10. Reno swamped again. There's no time to throw. This offensive line needs to do better. And quickly now it's a 4th and 10. Gamecocks are going to go for it. A field goal does you nothing here. It's on 4th and 10. They go back to the air. Reno steps up, fires across the middle, and A.O. Maynor can't hold on through the contact. Incomplete. Turnover on down. So again, 2 interceptions. South Carolina does nothing with them. As Texas look at the football back, looking to just drain some clock. 4-yard completion. Now they bring a man in motion. It's covered up, so they'll hand it off to Martin, and he gets 5. Crosses the century mark. And now you got a big 3rd down here. Can South Carolina force the stop? 3rd and 1, they do. Martin is stopped. Willis this time makes a good play. Forces the punt, and now we're at the 2-minute warning. South Carolina needs some points here. 3rd and 13. Reno gets hit as he throws. Incomplete, which makes it 4th and 13. Game essentially on the line here. Reno in the offense comes out empty. Back to throw. 4-man rush. Man in his face. He dumps it off short. That's not even close to the marker. What are you doing? That's a turnover on downs again. That's going to do it for this one. Texas wins 21-7. Thanks to the offense again showing a lot of inconsistencies. It has been a problem early on this season, and it continues today. The defense played great today, in my opinion. Awesome in the second half. Manning had less than 50 yards passing in the second half of this game. They really locked in on those motion players and were able to shut down Texas for the most part. Only touchdown they got because of some cheese on a player who decided not to tackle the quarterback. But nonetheless, we lose 21-7. That's not an excuse for the offense. Questions still remain. Could there be a quarterback change on the horizon? Who knows? If Reno continues to play like he did today, I don't see why you don't give one of these other guys like Telvin Byler or Josh McDaniel a chance. Nonetheless, Texas will improve to 4-1. We dropped to 500 in our first conference game of the season. Let's go around the country where Texas A&M drops at home to FIU. The Aggies lose by 20 to the Panthers. Buffalo pulls off the upset over UCF 34-20, so a good win for Colorado. Deion's got something going. SEC battle this week, the Aggies will look to bounce back on the road against Tennessee, and then Clemson in an overtime thriller knocks off Virginia Tech. Here are your other scores around the country. Ohio State gets a win over Nebraska on the road in Big Ten play. Iowa State drops to BYU, who is undefeated, 28-20. East Carolina also loses to Old Dominion, 29-20. Tulsa on the road will beat Navy in the AAC. Game of the week, and it was a big one. It was a good one. Clemson 32-30 over Virginia Tech. In the next game, we see Houston over Georgia Southern. The Cougars undefeated at 3-0. San Diego State with a win over Toledo, 31-17. Nevada over Middle Tennessee State. UConn looking pretty good this year. They beat Indiana 34-30. Missouri goes on the road and beats their rival Illinois by 41-24. Minnesota still undefeated. They knock off the Zips. Air Force with a big win over TCU. Not a good year for the Horned Frogs. Georgia Tech doubles up Wake Forest in their ACC debut this season. Florida State with a close one. They beat Virginia. James Madison on the road beats Pitt. Not a good look for the Panthers. And then UAB passes the test. They get their first challenge. They beat LSU on the road by 6. The Blazers continue to show that they are for real. Cincinnati over Utah in the Big 12. And then we go down a little bit deeper. Louisiana Monroe over Texas State. The Bobcats not going to be a threat this year to make the playoff. Duke over North Carolina in a rivalry matchup. We see Colorado beat UCF. And then Kansas State over Oklahoma State. The Cowboys have just not been good these past few years. I don't know what's wrong with them. Wildcats up to number 5, but that's not necessarily a good thing. More on that later. Oregon State 37-30. 0 actually. Oregon over Washington. The defending champs stay undefeated. Northwestern over Rutgers. And we see Purdue drop on at home to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. 42-34. USC over Ole Miss, and then Kentucky gets blanked at home by South Alabama. I knew the Wildcats were going to come down this year, but not this far. Yeesh. Liberty over Ball State. The Flames undefeated, 3-0. We see Louisiana Tech in a nail-biter over their Louisiana rivals. And then Oklahoma slaughters Mississippi State. Starkville continues to be the worst team in the SEC by far. Tulane over Southern Miss and their rivals by a touchdown. We see Colorado State beat Vandy, 42-28. Hawaii suffers their first loss of the season by 25 against the Maryland Terrapins. Miami bounces back. Well, actually, they stay undefeated with a win over Central Michigan. I'm thinking of NC State. They bounce back over Appalachian State. Auburn gets a big win on the road against Northern Illinois to move to 3-1 in non-conference play. We saw Texas A&M go down to FIU. Fresno State loses at home to Florida, 27-17. Welcome to the Power 5. Fresno State. It's been rough. Wisconsin over Iowa, and then we see Alabama beat down Stanford on the road, 45-14. Texas Tech over West Virginia. Then in the AAC, it's USF over North Texas. Michigan, the number 2 team, over UCLA. The Bruins continue to suck. And then New Mexico State drops on at home to Kennesaw State. How about the Owls in their 3rd season as a team in the FBS? They start off 3-0. UTSA also in the rankings with a win over Temple. Here are your players of the week. Makari Vickers had 4 fumble recoveries in their win against Mississippi State. How do you recover 4 fumbles? And also had 2 forced and 2 INTs. That might be the best stat line I've ever seen from a defensive player. Jake Seelick also gets SEC offensive because wide receivers dominate that category. Here's a look at the rankings. And earlier I said it's not good to be the number 5 team because for the past 3 weeks, the number 5 team has been upset. So Kansas State currently sits in that spot. Not sure that's where you want to be. We'll see if they can break the curse next week. But welcome to the rankings, Syracuse. And UTSA, the Roadrunners, cracking the top 25. We also get some bad news on the recruiting front. Josh Iverson, a 4-star run stopper from Indian Trail, North Carolina, who I liked, has committed to the Wolfpack. So that's some unfortunate news. Big games next week, setting the stage for Week 5. Texas A&M and Tennessee. We saw that one. Arizona will host Utah. And then UConn will try to upset a top 25 team and take their spots as they face their rivals in Syracuse. And Illinois will look to bounce back against Purdue. Both teams coming off of losses in a critical Big Ten matchup. Next week, we'll travel to Kentucky to face the Wildcats, who just got blanked by South Alabama. They sit 1-2. Kentucky was a top 10 team last year, made the college football playoff. Came down to earth a little bit this year. It was a little bit expected, but I didn't think it'd be this sharp. But still, you cannot sleep on an SEC team, especially the way we've been playing our offense. Their defense is their strength. So can we get some questions? Can we get some answers? Will Dante Reno even be the starter? Can the offense finally wake up? Well, to find out in the next episodes, you can take a look at the roster on your screen as we look to get our first SEC win of the season. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you have, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Dynasty Mode content. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.